running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble. Now wake up! It's time to look at the enemy.
You know, within the doc, we know the name of the person behind the camera.
Yes.
Adriana.
Thanks.
It's your fault, all of this.
All of it. If I make you look like shit, I'm sorry.
I'm so happy a lot of these good actors wanted to be a part of this project. Now we auditioned a lot of people. I mean, these guys didn't just walk in. We had to audition them, and I had to go through several tapes, deal with the agents, deal with the managers, and to really find the essence of what Will Jordan wrote for these characters and for these actors to play. So it was a lot of fun.
Please, you have to save my family.
My friend Carson Manning, who I've known for a long time, I think we started in Toronto, hanging out. He was producing this really great project, and he asked me if I wanted to do a part. He had a part for me, and I said absolutely. Been an actor for a long time, and I play Victor on this. Other projects I've done have been The Museum as Attila the Hun, Coach Tanaka on Glee, Master and Commander Sideways. I've been very lucky to work a lot. Victor is a mystery. He's an enigma, and that's always fun to play. He's the head of the FSB. He's obviously got an agenda, but what I like about it is you don't really know exactly where he's coming from. I don't think you really know exactly what he's thinking, which is, you know, part of what you need to do to get to that job. And that's always fun to play when there's mystery.
Carson, I think, who pulled a lot of people into this project. I was one of the people that he pulled in. He talked to me about the books and the fact that he was in touch with the author of the books, Will, and how good they were. And we started talking about that. So the first thing I did was pick up the book, and of course Carson was telling the truth. The first book was unbelievably good. What I love about the pilot presentation that's being done, it's absolutely top quality. They've got some of the best crew people, a great armor, very important in this kind of action. Something I know from doing years on 24, safety is always number one, and that's been really fantastic, I think. And some great actors, and the cinematography is fantastic. So again, it's just top notch all the way.
And go all the way down. Oh yeah. And you can be super creative, you can come up with great ideas and even know how to implement them and stuff, but then you need the infrastructure to support that concept, right? So you need to hire the right stunt people or drivers or special effects people or whatever you need. And then locations and, you know, I mean, craft service, and then garbage has been a big deal on this project.
And there was a lot of garbage on this show in a 2-week period.
You never realize how much garbage is generated by just general crew and operations through the day.
We brought Travis Grant, our director, along to make sure he was directing the way we were dumping the garbage.
On this particular project, I only had 2 weeks, which is so not enough time, but that's okay. Is what it is. In the indie world, you just kind of make it work. And we did. In 2 weeks, we got a lot of costumes ready really quickly. A little bit of beg, borrow, steal from our friends at Union Armaments, who gave us all of our uniforms.
I'm called a script supervisor, so well, as the way one person has put it, my job is to crawl inside the director's brain and figure out kind of like everything that they kind of the story they want to tell, how they want to tell it, both from like a creative and technical standpoint. And my job is to kind of track the continuity of the story on a larger scale, like from the beginning to the end, on a smaller scale, scene to scene, then even smaller than that on a shot to shot level, and basically make sure that the editor has all the footage they need, and all of that, make sure that all that footage that they do have is able to cut well together.
Called the Sidewinder. It fires a blank, but it doesn't fire out the front because it's actually made with a completely plugged barrel. What happens is when it is fired, there's a hole up top, all the gas and flame is vented straight up. That way our man can point towards the stunt person at a relatively close range with no danger to him, and then that provides ambient light for VFX to work their magic. It's still loud like a blank, so you're going to need ear protection. And it's just one shot.
And I can get an eye. And boom!
Yeah, let's do that. That'll give me an option to cut somewhere. So with Bjorn, he and I went to film school together way back in 2008, and he was one of the guys top in his class. He and I have worked on 4 projects together at minimum. With me as the director, he is the DP. And each time it's gotten easier to work with him. So he understands how my brain works, he understands how I am on set, and I totally get what his shooting style is.
Clean up Steve, and then you just come in. So let's be even tighter. Okay. Okay.
You're talking about the look and feel of our show. Now, that comes down to, really, we know what we want, we have a vision, but our DP, Bjorn, is the one that really gives that feel, and that's all to do with lighting, and camera, and lenses, and just his eye on how, you know, a scene will look as well. You know, he's in charge of a lot of departments. He's in charge of the gaffers, the grips, the best boys. These are the people setting up lights, moving lights, you know, bringing bounces to get that right shadowing.
Ready?
Action.
Directors get credited a lot with like a shot looking a certain way or the movie feeling a certain way, and to some extent that's true. But really, that's a collaboration with your director of photography. So early on, what you're doing with your DP is you're having a conversation about how you want your film to look. And that could be from color tones, that could be to how the camera movements happen. It's up to this person to take that information and then apply it and make it real. So they're doing a lot of the technical artistic stuff. So a director is free to do the artistic stuff with the actors.
I am the first AD, first assistant director. So basically what I do is I'll get the scripts and then I will break it down and then I individualize each scene number and then say what we need, like cars, props, and all that stuff. Once that's kind of figured out, I then schedule based on locations or just the day and also timing of everything, which is why everyone's always like, how much longer do we have? How much longer? So if I say the scene's like 1 hour, and then we're an hour and a half and we're still doing it, I'm just like, well, we're running out of time for the other stuff.
I am the DIT. What is the DIT? The DIT stands for Data Imaging Technician, and basically what I do is I back up all the footage. He's lying.
You do all the work, don't you?
Yeah, he does all the work.
I'm a first assistant camera.
Which involves what?
Involves everything about camera. I make it work, I set it up, so that DP can just grab the camera and start shooting.
Perfect.
And when he's shooting, I'm controlling the focus.
Yep.
Yeah, the best focus puller I've seen.
You've probably only seen one. Good. I'll keep you guys right.
Thank you. And basically I back up all the footage during the day, and mostly throughout the days we've been shooting about like 1 terabyte a day. We have 16 terabyte hard drives. We have 3 of them, and then I make my reports, you know, I color grade the footage, and I make sure it's all there because that's the most important thing.
Favorite moment was seeing Carson and Max and having this project come to fruition, you know, and Travis obviously. So it was really nice to see something that they've come up with come to fruition and shoot in day one. So I was like really proud of that moment for them.
We were actually going to shoot just a small little, tiny little short, just to give it the concept out there. But because with the outpouring of fans and the money that came to us, we decided to make something a little bigger.
From what I've seen of the project, I think fans are really going to love it. I mean, the material that is based on is fantastic. This looks like it was done by a Hollywood studio.
I think we're creating a really wonderful little world here. So I hope they love it. I hope they do.
Especially nowadays, there seems to be a lot of unintended or intended things that are added. And I think that people just want to go and see a movie. They want to see the heroes being heroes. They want to see the bad guys getting what's coming to them. And people just want to see stories. And that's what we've given, and that's what we've done. And I've enjoyed the process.
It's always amazing to have fans. So if there's that many fans that are talking and asking and excited, or pissed off, it could they're gonna be pissed off too sometimes. They're gonna say things they don't like, and that's what you get with fans. Yeah, I think we're off to a really good start. I see good things with this.
I think fans of the novel and fans of the drinker are gonna love it because it's gonna kick ass.
I think Carson and his team have done something really interesting here because they've actually done this pilot presentation where the fans actually get to see what this show could be, and they did it at such a high quality. It's already, you know, a version of something that's very exciting for, I think, the fan base.
This whole project, you know, I'm going to state that it was because of the fans. I think the fans and the backers are going to be very pleased. So stay tuned. It's getting ready to come out.